After getting picked apart by the Hawks, the Warriors continued their homestand against an injured Blazers team and never really looked back. With the entire team finally bombing threes at a high clip, I wanted to focus on the continued outstanding performances of De'Anthony Melton. Melton continues to show why he's the ideal modern NBA shooting guard, with his on-ball creation abilities, off-ball shooting skill set, and overall connective impact within the Warriors offense. So let's get to it. Melton came back from ACL rehab and was initially clearly rusty, but he along with Al Horford are the two guys I have complete trust in returning back to form. As of right now, Melton is a second string 2 guard, and the lineups including him, Jimmy, and Al have been ideal with Steph sitting out. This lineup gives Jimmy 4 shooters to kick it out to. Here he takes the rookie Hanson Yang in a mismatch off the catch and easily gets a step on him. Classic Jimmy jump stop in the paint, but if you know the scouting report, you know he is 80% of the time looking to pass it out here. Portland defenders all start ball watching and looking out for the rookie center. Sissoko comes over to help, and now Sharp has the 2 weak side Warriors. This is fully unnecessary help if you know how Butler plays, but Melton takes advantage by moving into open space up top on the perimeter. He's a career 37% 3-point shooter and probably higher if you don't count his first 2 seasons, and right now he is shooting 31% of the year, but we know he missed like 15 in a row coming back from injury. Melton's catch and shoot should be much more reliable the rest of the season. Now, Steph could not hit the ocean last night, but the rest of the team took his magic. Curry was missing wide open threes one after the other. Here the Warriors get a third second chance opportunity, and Melton's wide open for another kick-out pass. I know it's only been a small sample size, but I swear he's the only shooting guard in the Warriors who can consistently get by his defender in a straight line drive, because Moody and Pods both can't in my opinion. Here he tacks off the catch and easily gets by a good defender Kamara, then explodes against a shot blocker and Clean and gets a nice lefty layup to go. This guy's only 6'3" by the way. Steve Kerr decided to run a play for Melton and I love this execution. Richard tries to set a down screen and Caleb Love plays straight up. Melton has the ball at the top of the key and simultaneously on the weak side Moody sets a down screen for Horford to run up. Now Horford's original defender in Reith is behind the play since Portland's playing straight up, so when Al comes for the high pick and roll, Melton attacks with a strong right hand and sees Reith lagging behind in a deep drop coverage. With Caleb Love fighting to recover, Melton simply dribbles into an open pull-up 3 to counter and he cashes in. Melton also has underrated ball handling abilities. They might not be super fancy, but there's a feeling of trust when he has the ball. Here he attacks off the catch and uses his quickness to get by the big man again. He also protects the dribble from Drew Holiday, then jump stops in the paint. Man, I don't even know how he was able to finish this tough layup, but he showed multiple examples this game of not being afraid of going up strong and somehow getting a basket to go while being suffocated. Might even have better finishing skills than TJD in the paint. Portland made it a little interesting the third quarter when they stormed back within 12 points or so. Here Pods tries to take the big man but kicks it out when Love sits to help. Pods then runs a brush screen, forcing the Blazers to switch. With a mismatch on Rob Williams, who's a terrific shot blocker and outside his comfort zone from the paint, Melton starts working on his bag by hitting him with a tween, then hezzy, goes towards his left in a straight line drive, and instead of using the traditional left-right footwork, he tricks the shot blocker by jumping off his left foot early. For those hoopers out there, this is an elite NBA skill in which the penetrating guard deceives a chasing rim protector with footwork and exploding earlier than expected. So now Melton is able to release his layup attempt before the potential shot block. This was a crazy finish. Shout out again Guy Santos, man. 4 steals and a team high plus 24 in 21 minutes. Both of these guys have been huge connectors in the Warriors offense over the last several weeks, and I'm going to need them to continue to have solid rotational minutes. Here he gets smothered in the paint and kicks it out to Al. Extra swing pass to Melton wide open in the corner. With Rob Williams closing out, Melton shot fakes and attacks the closeout. Sissoko then switches onto him, but Melton keeps his dribble alive and snakes into a paint. He shows full patience here in traffic. He jump stops in the paint and anticipates the body and hand check from the defender and goes to the Jimmy Butler school of shooting a shot while getting shoved, drawing the foul here for an and one. The Warriors pushed it back to a comfortable lead by the early fourth quarter. Here on the 3-2 zone defense into man set by the Blazers, you can see Williams tell Sissoko to play Horford in the middle. Portland does a solid job preventing any ball movement, and with Horford getting the ball in the perimeter, Santos comes up the middle to receive the pass and try to break the zone. The best modern NBA defenses these days switch between zone and man defense, so you can see that the Blazers fully switched mid-possession to man, where each player picks up the nearest Warrior. Rupert, however, makes a mistake by ball watching the middle, losing his man in De'Anthony Melton. Melton counters by sliding down towards the left corner to create better spacing. Santos bounce passes into that space, and Melton shoots a catch-and-shoot 3 with a longer closeout. What has been a little surprising to me post-injury has been Melton's explosiveness. If he can take big men off the dribble using isolation and his speed, that's another paint penetrator that can open doors in the Warriors offense. Here he's got the shot blocker Rob Williams out on the three-point line again and sizes him up. With the rest of the Dubs letting him cook, Melton hits him with multiple dribble combos including tweens, crossovers, dribble jab, hezzies, then a couple last crossovers to get Williams on his hip. This is the impressive part though. Love rotates early to help on the big man, and Melton somehow still gathers into a right-left footwork, then throws a left-hand push shot off the glass over 2 contests. That's a wild finish and a great sign the guy's confidence is getting to an elite level. Lastly, Melton's catch-and-shoot ability as an off-ball shooting guard can be a huge zone buster when defenses try to throw off the Warriors' offense. Here on another 3-2 zone, the Dubs are caught rotating the ball on the perimeter. With Horford getting 2 on the ball, he simply runs a dribble handoff with Melton, who meets him in the middle. Now, because Repair was lower guarding Horford, Melton stepping into the shot forces a much longer closeout, which doesn't really affect the shooter anyway. Knocking these in rhythm is a fantastic sign for a Warriors offense in dire need of consistency knocking down catch-and-shoot threes. There you guys have it. At the end of the day, this is why De'Anthony Melton works as the ideal modern NBA shooting guard. He does not need the ball to be effective, but when he has it, he can actually create offense. He beats defenders in a straight line, punishes bad help, and understands spacing and timing in the Warriors offense. The relocation threes, attacking closeouts, and willingness to get downhill all translate, which is why I'm not worried about the percentages long term. It also seems like the explosiveness is coming back, and in lineups without Steph, Melton's value truly shows. He's a connector who keeps the offense flowing and makes the right play always. If this version sticks, he's exactly the type of modern 2-guard the Warriors need either in the starting lineup or second string. Now onto a big game against the Eastern Conference contenders in the Knicks, so if you guys like this breakdown, like and subscribe to see more.